Hello everyone, and welcome back to Soccer Unboxings. So, it has been a hot minute since I've done a YouTube video, mostly because the end of August and pretty much most of September has been very busy for me. A lot of family matters, mostly with grandparents moving, having to help with, packing and just pretty much spending as much time with them as possible before they do move, because they're gonna be far down south and I probably won't be visiting them until holidays and such, so trying to again spend as much time with them as possible. I also did get some of my hours back for work because the holiday season, well, not really so much Christmas, but holiday season's coming, or just we have a whole bunch of stuff coming in, so I'm picking up extra hours, which is good. At the same time though, when you work at either 3 a.m. or 5 a.m., it can be very draining, and yeah, just again, general fatigue, and I don't really I just get obviously very tired. I go home, I take a nap, and I don't wake up until the afternoon, and even when I do wake up, I am still a bit drained. So there's just been a whole bunch of physical and even mental fatigue at the moment. And yeah, and of course I do have the art raffle winners. I have completed one piece so far. The other one I'm almost done. I just need to do the background, which consists of a lot of flowers that I need to just shade in, but thankfully I'm almost done. And yeah, and I like how I said I want to do a simple background, and then I'm like, hey, flowers, 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 and so that happened. But I am overall, very thankful that, I'm able to do these sort of art raffles. Again, it's fun. I will definitely be showing those pieces off, hopefully in the next video. So yeah, very excited to show you guys what I've made. Again, I do the art raffles every 100 subs. Which at the time I'm recording this, I'm at 170, so thank you all so much again for subscribing. I hope again, when I hit 200, that I will do another art raffle, which, yay, exciting. And yeah, so today's video, I will be doing actually of course, a figure unboxing, and this is actually a unboxing of a set of figures that I've purchased kind of all at once. I mean, I'd say with at least within the month of August for most of them, and then some of them into September, but it is a set of figures that has been on my wish list for a while. A set that I didn't really think I'd pick up as fast as, I wanted to. But I decided to just, get them right now. So yeah. Actually I'll be switching up my setup because I have them still in the box, and I would like to unbox them all in front of you. So yes. Without further ado, let us change this setup and let us get into unboxing the set of figures I would like to show today. So right now I have the figures on the side, and of course I'm very excited to show this set of figures. I feel like it's a very popular, sort of well-known set of figures in the figure collecting community, and I kind of impulse bought these. They were on my wish list. I'm like, oh, I can wait. I feel like I can wait quite a while for the figures, but then I think I was rewatching some videos with them in it, and I'm like, I changed my mind. I'll see where I can pick these up. So yes, I'll start off with, of course, yeah, showing these boxes off, and then, getting to unboxing them one by one. Okay, sorry, that's so creepy, but I'll stand on this side to make it a little bit easier. Okay, there we go. We have the complete set of the Vocaloid Hanirogoromo line by Stronger. So these are actually my first sort of Stronger figures in my collection. Some were a little bit crazier priced than others, and by that I mean at least the Rin and the Len where I got them off of, which I got a story to tell about them. Thankfully, the figures themselves are fine. There's nothing, no big scratches or broken, actually somewhat of a broken part on one of them, but I fixed it, hopefully. But yeah, there's that. So I will start off with probably, of course, Miku, and then I'll I don't know where I'll go from here. But yeah, so without further ado, let us get started with opening the Vocaloid Hanirogoromo set. So starting off here, we have the lovely Miku, the beautiful Miku in this lovely outfit. I really do love the gold like lettering on these boxes. They look very nice overall. So this one has been pre-owned. So I will just give, of course, the price I paid for these without shipping, because I did kind of combine the Miku with some of my other like orders from Bai. So, you know, I don't have like an accurate sort of shipping cost if I did pay for her by herself. So this Miku I got off of Bai. She was 19,602 yen, which is roughly $142.12, which, you know, again, the Miku surprisingly isn't one of the crazier priced ones from this set, and yeah, so I'd say pretty good for what I got her for. I mean, again, I feel like the Hanirogoromo set, though, you know, when they first came out, it was definitely cheaper, but thankfully not like, you know, $400 for this, so yeah. Yeah, pre-owned. The tape has been removed, so yeah. So without further ado, I don't even need the knife, I think. So yeah, I'll get to opening the Miku up right now. And what's also kind of nice about, I probably should have shown at least the boxes off first, before. I hope you guys can even see that, but yeah, the details on the box, I don't even know if I flipped it the right way, but yeah, just very nice overall. And yeah, also like the inside, I've seen people use like the insert as sort of a backdrop, which is kind of cool. I personally will not be using that, but to each their own. So yeah, let's get started unboxing the Miku. Which is thankfully simple because the person has already cut the tape, which is good, because yeah. Two plastics. Tape these though. Of course, we have the lovely, you guys probably won't see it, the base, which is very nice. I do like the, you know, this sort of like clear, thick clear acrylic with the like little backdrop, which is nice. And then we have, of course, the lovely Miku herself. Love the hair on this one, the, you know, how it draped, as well as her the lovely cranes on her outfit. Even her little like hair pieces look super nice. We also have this little, I think it's supposed to be just like a little flower-ish arrangement that's supposed to go on the base. Very nice looking. I don't think these even came with instructions, so yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, I'd say, for this. I will admit, it's a little bit like hard to it's kind of stubborn putting it in a little bit, just because I feel like the peg is like slightly thick for this, so yeah, there's that. Ugh, even for this, I'm scared to kind of like push this thing in too much, because then I might break a flower off of this flower arrangement. I might do the rest off camera just so I don't break anything. I mean, it's not too noticeable. You know, if it's a little off, like it's not in all the way, it's not too noticeable from the front, which is good. So the Miku, but she also has her umbrella, which I will unbox. Very nice looking umbrella. Goes right through. So how this works is you basically just put it on Miku's like shoulder. You kind of slip it through the back of the hair, and it's just kind of supposed to like rest under her hand. And yeah, so there is that. I mean, I think you can raise it up a little bit higher so it's not like the parts of the umbrella isn't like completely touching your hair. But yeah, very, very pretty Miku design overall. I definitely do think that the details on these outfits are clean, thankfully, because, you know, it's a freaking design on an outfit. I think that's sort of the main appeal to these lovely kimonos, I believe, that they are. And yeah, so very cute Miku overall. Really love, again, the base and the flower and the little bird in her hand. Looks very nice and well done, but yeah. I also forgot to mention that these designs are by, of course, Fuzzy Choco, who did the beautiful yet very expensive Ghost Bride figure. And I think in one of my unboxings, I actually have this artwork for the Hanirogoromo set in one of the art books that I have for Fuzzy Choco. And yeah, I have to say, they did a fantastic job with the character designs. I think they, you know, definitely translated them well from that illustration into figure form, so yeah. So there is the first one, the Miku Hanirogoromo. So now moving on to the next figure right here, I've decided to go in order of where I bought these figures from. So also from Bai, I got the Luca Hanirogoromo figure. And this one tends to be one of the more expensive ones on the aftermarket. I've seen her for like, what, 300, like even higher than that. And yeah, so, but I got her on Bai for, I have to say, quite the steal. This was 19,800 yen, which is roughly $143.55, which I have to say is quite the steal. It is, of course, yeah, don't worry about being fake. It is the real deal, because I'm like, that price was way too good to be true, but I did get it, and it is actually still sealed, it looks like. So a brand new Hanirogoromo Luca for that price, I have to say, was an incredible find. So yeah, very excited to, you know, get this open. I did it again where I forgot to like show the box off. So there is the lovely Luca in this box right here. I hope you guys can see this quite okay. I can't really see my my viewfinder from here. So yeah, the Luca, very nice overall. Taking her out, she looks beautiful. Oh my god. The hair does feel like it has like, it's hard to tell because I'm like in like the dark over here. It does feel like it has like a sort of slight like, you know, translucentness to it at the tips, but wow. And I really do like the sort of silver like belt I guess she has. Design is very nice. It's like just, you know, a whole bunch of flowers, but yeah, so there's her. I'll put her down gently, and we have the main, well, big part of the base for her, which I should actually take out the actual base, by the way. I think that's a lot easier. So pretty much also all of the base designs are the same for this set. So yeah, and now we have the big part of this base. The sort of like part where she sits on is this lovely cherry blossom tree. So that just kind of easily plugs right in. And there is no peg on this, but what is nice is that they're all magnetic, which is kind of nice and convenient. So yeah. Oh, the, oops, okay. Let's just, it's not the, I mean, don't go throwing this thing around, because it's not a super duper strong magnet. It's strong, but obviously don't fly this figure around. But yeah, the beautiful Luca right here. I have to say I really do like this one overall with the, you know, the cherry blossom tree, I guess, of course, and just the way Luca looks overall is just fantastic. So yeah, there is the Luca Hanirogoromo. So next up we have the Mako figure, which I actually got off of Mandarake. So she was 16,600 yen, which is roughly $116.51, and I had to pay shipping for this, so it was 5,300 yen. I think I picked EMS for this. And yeah, the total was 21,900 yen. So yeah, probably a little bit, I guess, maybe around 150 for this. I'm guesstimating. But yeah, very nice, like, pink box for this one. Very cute. For that Mako. And yeah, so she was pre-owned, so it's already opened, which is convenient for me, so I'll get to opening it right now. Don't know. Okay, so surprisingly she didn't really come wrapped in plastic, which I don't know if the person lost it or that's how she originally came, but yeah. Really like Mako's like little high heel shoes and her lovely outfit. I really like the pinks. The pinks in this one are definitely very nice overall. Oh, and she looks just super sweet, so. So, and we have her little set piece right here, which is another sort of blossom tree. I think she's supposed to kind of lean on this. So I'm thinking it's the tree does kind of move a little bit. Wow, it was kind of easy to get this one in, and I think the tree is kind of supposed to kind of go like a little bit like around her ish, like so. So yeah, she was very simple to put in. But yeah, there's the Mako. Yeah, pretty simple. I got not much to say for her actually, but. You know, love her outfit, love the hairpiece and everything. She's a bit wobbly on this. She only has like one foot peg, which maybe they could have put two for a little bit more security, but yeah. So there is the lovely Mako right here. So following up from that, we're starting with the ones I got from eBay. So we have the Kaito from the set. So the Kaito I got from a Japanese seller on eBay. He was $135.08 USD, and then the total for him was $164.11, which again isn't too bad. I also kind of forgot to, I bring this up with me, but they actually were kind of nice to provide a little like sort of, I guess it's an official sort of like picture card of Kaito based off the original illustration, which is nice. I didn't think that. I don't think I saw that in the listing. But yeah, very nice to have this overall. Little extra goodie for this one. And yeah, he's also sealed. So yeah, he's brand new, sealed. So without further ado, I'll get to opening him up. Also again, before I do so, the box. I think he's probably one of the tallest of the bunch for this set. Or maybe the Luca, actually, because of that giant cherry tree. But yeah, there's the Kaito one right here. And now I'll get to opening it up, because again, I forgot to show the box off. So yeah, here is the Kaito kind of after the box. I had to say, of the whole set, I think he might be my least favorite. I think it's just the design that they picked and the pose is not the most kind of exciting in the world, which is weird because Kaito has probably one of my out of the main Vocaloid, I'd say he's got my favorite design, and then yeah. So no offense if you like if this one might be like one of your favorites from this set. He's just kind of not mine right now, so yeah. So the one accessory it comes with is the umbrella. Very nice sort of blue umbrella with purple inside. Yeah, so these should be pretty simple to just assemble. And yeah, so I put it just goes straight in his hand. It's a little wobbly, I'm not too sure. I'm assuming it's just supposed to be up to like the handle part, but yeah. Here is Kaito. You know, not too bad overall, I'd say, but again, not my favorite design-wise out of the bunch, but yeah. Here is Kaito. So now moving on to the last two from the set that I did buy off of eBay. The Rin and the Len, which are the most expensive ones to get. Let's just say this is poor financial decisions at its finest, because these were 670 USD together, and I did get this from a US seller, and these two I'm not kind of the happiest with, at least how they came. Thankfully, again, I said the figures are fine for the most part. I'm kind of tapping on the Len for a reason, but yeah, I'll just say the boxes were not the greatest condition. Let's see if I can show it on the camera. You probably can't tell, but for instance, the Rin, her little bow thing that's supposed to be touched to the box was kind of fraying off, and you could there's like a whole bunch of like terrible damage. There's like this horrible ass rip right there. So yeah, the lens box thankfully is like fine. Rin's box was just like god awful. And yeah, so overall, oops. Yeah, I wasn't too happy, and additionally, the seller took quite a while to ship these, and you know, I'd message, I'm like, hey, can you please get back to me, like, so-and-so, or else I'll ask for a refund for these, and yeah. And the reason why I bought these, like, from the seller is just because they were like a set, you know, they put them together in the listing, and I didn't want to have, you know, granted, it probably would have been the same amount if I bought them separately from two different people, but maybe it would have been a little bit more, maybe it would have been a little less, so I'm just like, screw it, again, I'll just buy it from the same person. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, I'll open up Rin's first. Also, the other thing that was like I was a little bit upset with was mostly because there's no plastic. Like, I guess they threw out the plastic, which if you're selling your figures, never ever throw out the plastic, because you don't want to sell it to someone and then the figure gets like completely scratched in the blister packaging, or something happens, something snaps. But yeah, but thankfully I did unbox these beforehand just to take a look at them, just seeing how the boxes were, and thankfully Rin is perfectly fine. Thankfully nothing is damaged on her, and thankfully, you know, all the contents that come with her is fine. And of course, just like the Luca, she just kind of... yeah? Okay, a little more up. Okay. She just kind of clips right in, and there is the Rin. Very nice. I also forgot to show that there's this other little piece that's kind of important for like later. That kind of slots in. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of like a little extra piece right here that slots in. But yeah. She looks so cute. I like the bow. Her face looks absolutely adorable with this outfit, and then she's got the little bunny, which is very cute. So yeah, I'm gonna put the Rin right on the side for right now, and now moving on to Len, who had some issues, not with the box, but with the contents inside. And for the most part, Len is pretty fine. I did notice that there was like a sort of like yellowish mark on his arm, but thankfully in the pose you kind of have him in, you can't really see it, which is good. But yeah. Additionally, he does come with a sort of like foot peg just because of the way he's posed, so you just kind of just slide this thing on. Nope, I put that on the wrong way. Okay, you just kind of slide it on, and then you have the foot. Yeah, so he's kind of just supposed to kind of go like that. And we have the thing. So story time about this. I get him in the mail. The umbrella, by the way, closed umbrella. I get him in the mail, and all of a sudden, like, I take him out just because, you know, I'm seeing obviously the condition of these boxes, and I take a look at the figure. Well, specifically, you know, I want to also make sure that they look fine, you know, that all the pieces are, like, together, nothing seems broken. And then I get to Len, and unfortunately, 2 of the pegs on the umbrella broke. I found one of them in the box, and sadly, the other one is not found, but but yeah, you're saying, they're all there. So what kind of, so I might put in some, like, extra, like, I took pictures, but, I ended up basically, cutting a sort of like a nail, like I kind of matched it to the size of these pegs, to the best of my ability. It is still a little bit longer than these other pegs, but it's not too noticeable. And yeah, I cut the nail, or like a sort of needle for like sewing, to like the size of these, and I essentially painted over it to the best of my abilities, to the closest color of these little pegs, and then I super glued it on. I do get a little ballsy, and I do, if it's like something like this, I'm like, oh, I could try and do it. I'll devalue the figure, but I mean, I'll do it. So yeah, I basically, you know, for the most part fixed it, like DIY fixed the peg on this. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it's better than what it was. So I was a little bit pissed about that. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it's like, they said it was like, they're the boxes. I feel like they just talked about the boxes being in not like the best condition, but clearly they were missing some pieces. So yeah, I was a little bit upset about that. And so yeah, here is Len. You know, quite simple. So I'm also additionally, he kind of comes with this little weird pink piece, and if you are wondering why, if I get the Rin back and I take off that little piece that's stuck on the tree right there, and I insert this into it, it becomes a little foot peg, and I take Len off the base, and if I'm not mistaken, so here we have them, because they can actually be put together on the base, which I feel like this is why that they're the most expensive of the bunch. The fact that you can pair them both up like this, and I have to say I really do like them both together. The one kind of annoying thing though when putting Len on, is kind of getting the angle right for these two, so like Len is actually looking towards you. And additionally, like, the umbrella does kind of hit Rin, which kind of worries me-ish, just because of, you know, possible pain transfer. I mean, she's got yellow hair, so that's kind of bad. But other than that, I think they definitely look fantastic together. Definitely makes the figure like more cool and dynamic, and yeah, worth the amount I spent? No, but I mean, I don't know what I mean. I mean, it's a poor financial decision, but I wanted to kind of complete the set. I think they look fantastic together, and yes, that concludes obviously the whole set, and now I'll bring up all the figures up here to end the video with. So before we get into that, I would like to show you guys where I'm temporarily putting these guys. I say temporarily just because these guys are small and I'd rather save this spot for much more bigger figures, so yeah, there's that. I got this clear file with the original artwork off of Buy for relatively cheap, so I want to put that in here. I'm gonna probably tape that up a little bit so it's not down and you guys can't see the artwork. Now I have the Luca, which I did put in the back. She is actually getting moved to the front just because I put Kaito in front and he kind of blocks her a little bit with his umbrella, so I switched them. The Rin and Len going in the back. Yeah, just putting them in the back just because how tall he is. Yeah, or for space, I guess. Miku, I feel like always has to be in the center. I don't know. I just feel like, of course she has to be. Kaito is there for right now, and I switched them. And then Meiko is right there. So yeah, that's just my idea right now. Obviously, temporarily, because I'd rather put larger figures here. Just an idea for like a future, detolf, idea, because I feel like most people put them in a detolf because they look very nice together overall. And now I have the B-roll here, so yeah, I put them all at the end. So starting off with the Miku, probably my favorite of the bunch just because I really love the cranes on this outfit. I don't know, I feel like I like a lot of like Japanese like art with like cranes in this sort of like this traditional style. And I really love this red kimono contrasting with Miku's hair. I don't know, I kind of like that. I don't know, just that sort of contrasting color. Miku just looks so sweet overall, and I just love, the little bird. Birds look cute. And yeah, just the sculpt and the paintwork, thankfully, on all of these are pretty nice and clean, by Stronger, of course. So yeah, there is the Miku. She definitely looks beautiful, and it's probably one of my favorites from the set, or probably is my favorite from this set. So yeah, beautiful overall Miku figure. Moving on to Meiko, I describe this figure as simple yet sweet. I think Meiko just looks super sweet and like very happy in this, and she just looks absolutely adorable. I really like her sort of salmon colored kimono with the flowers on it, her boa, and her lovely hairpiece. And additionally, with the cherry blossom tree in the back, I feel like it just adds a nice touch because I feel like this figure could be a little boring without it. It's just that extra sort of detail that I feel like, makes this figure a lot better than it would be without it. And yeah, I do also like these sort of metallic details on, I believe, the obies is what it's called, like the sashes on these figures. Nice pop of like color, nice sort of differentiation from like the rest of it, I like shiny stuff, so there you go. Now we have the Luca. Very nice kimono, again, the contrast from the light blue to the pink hair. You can also really see like the pink hair is like sort of like different gradation, or it's like, it feels maybe like slightly translucent in some areas, like right there. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, there it is. And I don't know, she just looks very beautiful. I really love how tall this cherry blossom tree is. Yeah, I'm curious why she's like a little bit more expensive than some of the others. Is it, maybe it's because she's popular, or I don't know. I'm just talking out of my head. So yeah, there is the beautiful Luca right here, just sitting, chilling on this cherry blossom tree. Very beautiful overall. And I'm glad I got her for a good price, because again, she's very expensive in the aftermarket. Kaito's up next. I only have 2 clips of him because, I don't know. Sorry. I don't mind the design. Maybe it's just not my favorite like looking figure of the bunch. I'm sorry to Kaito, who is my favorite like original Vocaloid design. I don't know, I really like the scarf in, you know, just Kaito's original outfit I really like, but this one is like, it's alright. You know, he still looks very handsome overall, I'd have to say. Rin the Len, which I got a sad story to talk about. Rin looks super cute. I have to say this is the cutest Rin figure and my first Rin figure, but she just looks so cute in this with her very smiling face. She's got the bunny and I really love the red bow on this one. The Len, by himself, he definitely is like, alright, but combined with the Rin, I think he looks fantastic overall. Definitely see the reason why they're both expensive. And now kind of moving on to the sad part, when I was doing the b-roll showing them both apart, I accidentally broke that foot peg on the piece that goes onto the tree, on Rin's tree. So the piece that comes with the Len that is supposed to be meant for the Rin, you know, on the tree for Rin. I broke that because I accidentally pulled Len backwards instead of up, and I heard a snap, and I snapped the peg and it got stuck in his foot. So unfortunately I had to take a drill and drill it and basically get rid of all that plastic, that excess plastic. And what you're seeing right here is the aftermath. He is kind of leaning a little bit back on his normal base. And I am going to sell this Len. I did buy another one. Thankfully someone had him off my figure collection for $360. So yeah, I am going to sell this Len. I do kind of still want to make my money back. Obviously I'm not selling him for like $300 because I think that's ridiculous, especially because of the issues that I had with him. Well, mostly with that broken peg and then also that one little umbrella part that broke, which I will show. I will show pretty much all the little defects on him. So I'm hoping, of course, to sell him preferably in the United States because, you know, shipping internationally can be expensive. So yeah, that's how the foot peg is looking right now with it after I tried to drill and get rid of it, and thankfully it fits on the normal one. On the other hand, when you try and put him with the Rin, it's a nightmare, which I'll show shortly. So yeah, if you are planning to get this from me, I would only really recommend buying this from me if you are just displaying Len by himself. You do not plan to display him with the Rin. Also, here's that peg. You can see like the smidge discoloration, how it's a little bit taller than the other ones. But yeah, so yeah, and then the busted ass peg that I tried to fix with a needle and hot glue, and you'll see the results of that, which is not pretty. It is not pretty at all. So yeah, and there's poor Rin just sitting in the back, just watching this tragedy unfold. But yeah, you can just see how far back he's leaning. He does kind of stay, but I really wouldn't put him on here. So yeah, the only really, I guess, possible solution is just if you do plan on displaying him with the Rin and you want it's okay for it to be permanent, is just to super glue his foot onto that peg, but then over time he still might lean, which is not good. So yeah, I just really don't have a solution. I mean, you know, you could try the super glue, but then you could ruin the bottom of his foot. Also, there's that discoloration on the bottom of his arm, which was probably from those pegs. And yeah, just a freaking nightmare overall. I was kind of pissed about it. Like, I can't believe that peg just snapped so easily. Like, I feel like it was my fault for kind of putting force on it, but yeah. And this is me just showing how he's supposed to be like a little bit more upright like that, but because of my fuck up, sorry, yeah, he's laying back just a smidge. So again, if you are interested in buying it, I would of course love just to get this figure off my hands. Only selling him preferably, I mean, you know, I only kind of want to sell him US, 200 and under, definitely not under 100, but I'm willing to negotiate, so please check out my figure collection page and send me a message there if you are interested. Of course, I will advertise it there as well. But yeah. And of course I will try and like put some plastic in this before I ship it out, because it's freaking ridiculous that there was no plastic with this figure when I got him, so yeah. So there was that travesty. So yeah, that ends the b-roll section, and now we are moving on to the outro. I'm still, as you can tell, devastated, so yeah, unfortunate, but at least I'm getting another one hopefully very soon. So that overall concludes my unboxing of the Vocaloid Hanirogoromo set. An overall fantastic set of figures by Stronger, and yeah, overall I'm quite happy with most of them, obviously with the Ren and Len situation, and there was that, but you know, thankfully it wasn't too, obviously nothing was severely broken. That's all I can obviously hope for, that, you know, I pay a lot of money and then, you know, it would suck to get like a very broken figure, but yeah. Very of course happy to have them as a set. I will probably again be displaying them on my bookshelf, mostly because they are, you know, they're pretty nice and small figures, which is good, but yeah, yeah, just very happy to have them overall. Very nice paintwork and sculpting done by Stronger. For those who would like to pick these up, I hope you can find them in your budget in the aftermarket, because they are absolutely, obviously, at least for, you know, the Rin, the Len, the Luca are kind of crazy, definitely in the aftermarket. So yeah, I can't believe I'm putting this at the end, but they originally released on July 9th, 2018, and they were 11,852 yen, which is roughly, right now, it's $82.73, so yeah. They definitely gone up a lot. So I'm not sure if these will ever get a re-release, because it does say limited and exclusive, so who knows. You know, I don't know, you never know. But you know, again, very happy to have these in my set. I think they are fantastic overall to have, and yeah. So I feel a little bit off because again, I haven't recorded in a while. Don't know what my next video will be about or when it will be, just because again, September has still been a bit crazy. I'm hoping again, once everything is settled and you know my grandparents are settled in their new place, then I can kind of get back to this, to YouTube a little bit with my figure unboxings, because I have gotten more figures, but I just haven't unfortunately had the time to record. So I would like to of course say, you know, thank you all so much for your patience if you do look forward to my videos. It means a lot. Of course I will try to get back onto my regular schedule, hopefully starting in at least October. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, so let me know what was your favorite of the Hanirogoromo set of figures. Which would you like to consider picking up in the future, and why? And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to, you know, if you'd like to subscribe, then please consider subscribing if you feel like it, if you have enjoyed my content so far on this channel. And yeah, so hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.